play for the 49ers, and I actually know a little something too. I play quarterback, so I feel like
What
we
you
have a
know?
lot in common.
Hey, that's dope. Hey, so you can throw it?
Yeah, I got arm like Brett Favre.
When you gonna put it on the social media then? When you gonna let the world see it?
You know, I did it a couple of times, so maybe after quarantine, you know, we can run a couple routes or something.
I'm with it. You know, I used to play receiver back in my day, so hey, I'm down for it.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a blessed, safe, and fun Super Bowl activity with your family tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me on my live.
No problem.
All right, bye.
All right, peace.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Saweetie Bowl. I am interviewing some really special people today. Next, I have Ike Taylor, so I'm going to add him. I really appreciate Darius for giving us a couple minutes. He's went through a lot in his life, and it's always great to see a young Black man prosper despite his circumstances. So let me just add, is that an O or a 0?
No.
1 O V F A H. It's not popping up.
Okay, maybe he's not on yet.
One of I think Michelle should be right here doing this for me because my nose is too long. One of
AHKINE.
Yeah, it's not popping up.
Okay, that means he's not on right now.
He's not on right now, but that's okay. So I'm really excited to be interviewing these people. We have a couple athletes, a couple CEOs, a couple hoopers, and you know, just real people out there making real moves. And this weekend is really special to me because I come from a sports family. So Saweetie Bowl is something that I'm probably going to be hosting for a while, and this is just a start of just some good times to celebrate sports, friends, family, and activities. Maybe we can try it again. Can you add them fast? Because my nail's too long. Look at them hands moving. There it is, right there.
See request.
Next, we have Ike Taylor, who's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. He played for 12 years. What's up, Ike?
I mean, what's that? I'm tapped in now.
I was expecting you to look a lot older. You look hella young.
I'm 40 though. They say black don't crack.
Black don't crack, and you look young as hell, Ike. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I just want to let people know that you are a 2-time Super Bowl champ. I was expecting some gray hair.
I see you got jokey jokes.
Just a little bit, but thank you. How you feeling today?
I'm good. How you doing? I see you all live and tapped in. How music going for you?
It's going real good, but you know the focus is on you today. We can talk about the music later. If the people know or they don't know, you are retired of 12 years.
Right.
That's a really long time.
2-time Super Bowl champion. I feel
and you
like
made it out looking super healthy. Any injuries?
Had a few, but that comes with the territory, right? It's just like people don't know what you put into when it comes down to your music. They just see the videos, but they don't really know what's going on in the background and the time you spend doing your work, right? Same thing with football. Like, people don't understand what comes with the territory. So it ain't for everybody. Like, music being successful as you is ain't for everybody, but you learn and you grew and you understand what it is. Same way with football. Like, it ain't for everybody. So only the strong can survive in certain industries.
It's like the survival of the fittest. And I feel like sports and music have so many commonalities. I played sports growing up, so I feel like sports kind of prepared me to be able to endure in the music industry, because it is, you know, you got to politic, you got to work hard. There's a lot of things that the fans don't know that happen behind closed doors. So I can really relate to a lot of things that you said about that. So thank you for sharing it. I feel
It's
like
the
a lot
team.
of people can
It's the
relate.
team. It's the team aspect wise. Like I'm sure you got a good team and you understand you're only as good as your team. Even though you the superstar of your team, you understand how important the team part is to your success and to your career. Same way with any other sport, because you already played the sport. Like you understand how valuable team is, right?
Right, and I'm so happy that you talked about that. Actually said that in one of my interviews. I said, no matter how good I look, I always have to give credit to my team because I wouldn't be here without them. And I feel like sometimes people kind of lose sight of that when they start to get a lot of rewards, a lot of success, but it really takes a village to raise a baby, to help somebody get to where they're going. How do you
That's
feel
that.
about, how do you feel about, is it easier to work, how do I say this? When you're facing adversity, do you like to to deal with the issues with your team, or is it something that you deal with within yourself and then you try to get through it that way? Like what way do you prefer?
I mean, I think the most successful people embrace adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people run from it, but the more you run from it, you run from a problem that you can probably solve. It's just not going to be an overnight issue. So for me, I always did embrace adversity. I always did want to be the underdog. I always did want to be the black sheep because I'm like, man, everybody ain't built for it. You know what I'm saying? Just the same way as your situation with the music industry. Like again, man, everybody ain't built for it. So embracing adversity has always been something I enjoy.
Right. You know what? I played sports growing up as well, and that's something that I ended up loving because it allows you to set goals for yourself. And if something is given to you, then you don't really appreciate it when you get it. So I can relate to being the underdog, to having to put in that overtime. It feels good when you prove people wrong, don't it?
I mean, that's the gratification of it. For you and me, it's the proving people wrong part. Like please tell me what I can't do. Like I need more motivation. Like I
I like
already
that.
got the fire burning. Please
Please tell
tell
me
me
what I
what I
can
can't do so I can prove to you what I can do. And that's like that's like putting more fuel to the fire. And you know how it is, man. Like growing up and just understanding the more you can embrace adversity, the better you are as a person because then you just get immune to it. You know, and once you get immune to adversity, it's like it's whatever.
All right. I know we only got 10 minutes, and I feel like you dropping so many gems. Um, but if there's one thing that you can tell people, the young people who is tuned in right now about embracing adversity, what's one more thing that you could share with them when it comes to, trying to be successful and, getting over these hurdles?
People respect you for who you are. And it might be overnight, it might take a couple of months, it might be years. The more you show who you are and don't change and don't try to fit in and just be you, that's the person people respect. Because the only thing they can say is, this whoever it is ain't never changed. Like they'll tell you from the get go. Like Ike ain't never changed. Ike ain't never changed since 1998. He's still the same person in 2021. And for me, that's the gratification. For me, that's still the opening the door. That's still the yes ma'am, no ma'am. That's still the treating people with respect. That's still being humble. That's still having a good work ethic. Like people gonna be like, man, he the same dude since, like, regardless on the
Right.
fame or how much money he got, that boy ain't never changed. So that's why I tell the young generation, be whatever you are, be that person. Don't never change for nobody.
So two things. What'd you say? No, I got that. I'm sorry. Please tell me what I can't do. Staying the same. Two great gems. But before I leave, I have to ask you, what does Super Bowl mean to you?
Super Bowl. You really can't explain the experience. And you know what? I can't explain it, but since you're an entertainer, and I feel like football, we're entertaining as well, you can't explain to somebody how it is on the stage having 100,000 people saying your song word for word. I can't
Right.
explain knowing 100 million people watching me for the Super Bowl, knowing my name, and for me to entertain and give them people what they're looking for. That's the part we appreciate about our fans. Like, I can only imagine you going into a concert and you having 70,000 people and word for word, they saying your song. I can only imagine. So I'm just looking at yours, like you being the entertainer, but I'm saying one of your songs, like Tap In, I'm being the entertainer on the football field and people just loving my play.
Right. And I think the feeling is indescribable because although it looks and it can feel scary when you up there and you in your bag, like I know I have a good show if I black out. Do you feel like that when you have a good game?
Oh, 100%. Y'all say it ain't in y'all bag. We like, man, I'm zoning.
Right.
Like
In
I'm
your
vibing.
zone.
Like I'm all the way vibed out. Like you know when you in the Matrix, when everything just moving slow.
Right.
Like you in control of everything. When you're on that stage and everything moving slow and you feel like you got everything from the music to the fans to the DJ to the rhythm to the vibe, like you really can't explain that to somebody. They gotta really be in the vibe with you or understand or be in the same profession as you. Same with football. Like when you want to talk about the Super Bowl, like you really can't I can't really explain it. Like you gotta be on the field with me to understand. Like I'm trying to give it to you as passionate as I can talking about it, but you really gotta be on the field with me. Same way when you're on the stage, like somebody gotta be on stage with you to understand what you're going through.
Right. Well, I really appreciate your time.
Appreciate
You
you. Thank
got
you.
no, you hella wise. I can tell that you reflect a lot and you've learned a lot. So we really
Appreciate you.
appreciate you for tapping in.
Hey, listen, thanks for your time and effort. I appreciate you letting me tap in.
Of course. Well, you have a safe Super Bowl. I hope you enjoy it. Eat some good food.
Likewise. Have a
All
good
right.
weekend, man. All
Bye.
right, cool. All right.
All right, y'all. That was the third guest, the second guest. My bad. So we are on our way to our third guest. Let's see if he's on right now. This weekend is all about just connecting, putting the dots together, having a good time, respecting and appreciating the sport and each other. So that's why I wanted to bring these different people on the show to give, different insights to having success in life. Is my connection better?
Yo,
What's up, Deshaun? How you doing?
what's good?
How you feeling today?
I'm blessed. And yourself? How you doing?
Thank you so much for joining the Saweetie Ig talk show. Really appreciate you tapping in. So I heard you play for the Eagles. You know,
Oh,
my
yeah,
uncle was coaching over there.
you don't even know. That's my boy, Matt Harper.
For real?
That's my dog. You know, I played with him in college too, cause he went to Oregon. I played at Cal. You know, I went to Cal Berkeley.
Oh, so y'all go way back.
Tapped in. Yeah, Bay Area. You from the Bay, right?
You are too. West Coast representing.
Los Angeles, California, to be direct.
So how you feeling about Super Bowl? What you doing? What you eating?
Man, honestly, I'm moving everywhere right now. I just lost my grandma. Not to be too sad, but you know,
No,
I just
that's
came
real
back
life
from the
though.
funeral. Huh?
That's real life though. I'm so sorry to hear that.
So I'm dealing with that. I just got back to I actually stay in Tampa. I got a spot out here, so I'm actually in Tampa. But honestly, I'm just chilling really. I can't really enjoy it too much because I'm waiting for myself to play in the Super Bowl to keep it all the way real.
Right, as you should. As you should. Well, my condolences to you. My grandma was like one of my best friends, so I could only imagine what you're going through right now. I'm so sorry to hear
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
But yeah, so what you got planned to make sure that you get to the Super Bowl next year? What you doing? What you working out on?
I mean, I just finished my 13th year in the NFL, so for me, I'm just staying on my shit, you know, day in and day out, just putting myself in the best position to, you know, better myself, you know, regardless of how long you've been in the league or, you know, how long you've been playing. I look at it, you got to do all the little things, you know. So I take pride in doing all the little things right, staying in the gym, staying fit, you know, nutrition wise, and just putting my best foot forward every day I wake up. You know, I don't take no day for granted, you know, and I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in, coming from where I came from and seeing what I had to go through, you know, growing up. So, you know, I just cherish the moments and just continue to stay at the high level. You know, that's how I look at it.
Right. So I like to ask you a special question because I know everybody know you, but just to give people like some backstory, I often hear this sometimes. So was football always your dream, or was you one of them triathletes, dual athletes that wanted to play like different sports and then football is just the sport that worked out for you?
Shit, honestly, I played every sport. Growing up, I played basketball, baseball, football, ran track. My pops
Mm-hmm.
put me in every sport because I was in the streets hanging out, and he was like, "Nigga, I ain't finna have you on the streets. I ain't finna have you doing activities that you do when you're in the streets." So,
Mm-hmm.
my way of like getting away from that, my dad put me in every sport. So, shit, I was real good at baseball, basketball, but the love I had for football was different. Like, you know, going outside playing tackle football, you know, being that rough little nigga in the streets, like that's what I love doing. So, for me, it was just something always about football and just, you know, building that camaraderie with your friends and shit. So like I play every sport, but football is like always my top sport.
For sure. I feel like throughout these interviews, adversity and overcoming hurdles has been like an overlying theme. So, what is something that you do or practice when you have to face adversity?
That's a good question. I honestly feel like you really can't prepare for adversity. You got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? You got to like be in that moment, and once you in that moment, like how you gonna react to it? You know, and me like I prepare for deep down moments where you down and out at your lowest. You get what I'm saying? Because I've been there before and I know what it feels like. And one thing for me, I never want to go back to that moment. You get what I'm saying? So like when adversity hits, like, you know, I just react and do what, you know, my characteristics will tell me to do. Find your way out that shit. Like don't stay in it. Don't be stuck in it. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like you could be at the bottom, but your mentality got to be stronger than that circumstance. So for me, I always out the worst, I'm gonna always make the best. Like it could be the worst of the worst, the baddest situation. I'm gonna find the positive out of it, and that's just how I live my life, and that's what type of nigga I am.
I feel like those are some really great gems. And I feel like athletes and musicians can really relate to those things. I always tell people I'm black and white. I'm not going to be in the middle. I'm not going to soak. I'm going to figure out a solution.
That gray area out.
Yeah, that gray area out, and you got to deal with it and get past it. So I could definitely relate to some of the things that you said. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm a foodie. So I have to know, what are you eating for Super Bowl?
Man, that's a good question. I'm for sure. I cook a little bit, but I'm a chill and relax and enjoy. I'm probably let my brother throw something on the grill. Probably make some soul food, mac and cheese, greens, yams. Like I'm a really treat it like it's Thanksgiving because I want to throw down. Because obviously, if I was playing, I couldn't eat like that. So since I ain't playing, I'm gonna go
Right.
on and eat that.
All right.
I'm gonna take advantage.
So top three foods for tomorrow. What you got? Who your starting three?
My
Top
starting
three
three.
foods for the food.
Ah, damn. I'm a for sure. I'm gonna pick the mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I gotta throw the yams in there with the marshmallows on top. You know, you gotta have that sweet
I never heard that. We gotta try
fire. Hey, I'm telling you, fire with the cinnamon on there and all that. You gotta do that. That's two. And my third one, I'm really trying to stay off the meat right now, so I'm probably just go greens with some turkey meat in there.
Oh, that sounds fire. Hey, save me a plate.
Nah, for sure. You know it's crazy though, for real. That Matt, we used to always talk about you because he knew I came from the band. He was like always bragging about you. He happy for your success and everything. So we used to be like, yeah, that's my niche, you know. He was talking about your dad too because I'm from Cali and grew up in the Cali shit. So he used to always talk about that shit. It's crazy though.
Right.
That's
Nah,
what's up.
that's so cool, and I appreciate you representing the West Coast. I didn't know you was from LA, so I was really excited
Yeah,
when I was doing my little research on you. But
for
keep
sure.
representing, keep winning. Hopefully, I see you in the Super Bowl next year.
Hey, mandatory. No, I appreciate you. Good luck with all your success and keep going. Go to the top.
All right, you be safe.
All right, you
Thank you for
too.
tapping in. All
For
right,
sure.
Deshaun.
All right.
They said my connection's really bad.
Really?
Yeah, the comments. Michelle.
It should be fine.
They said my connection is really bad. Hey, and then look at this thing. It's like swirling on my phone. Okay. Hey guys, is my connection still bad? I look good on your phone. Let's. Oh, they say it's still. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's probably why they be. I'm like stutter. I don't know the login to my Instagram.
Get the IP number from your phone.
So what do we do?
Just give me the IP number from your phone, and then I'm gonna call them. You don't have to take it off.
Bear with us.
Bear with us.
Yeah.
Bear with us. Also, just keep going.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, you guys. I am so sorry. I wish we would have checked in before we started this, but been a busy morning, and I'm at a really nice, expensive hotel, so I thought the Wi-Fi would be on and popping, but you feel me? Shit happens. All right, let's see. Oh, let me see if I can turn my. I got 5G. Ooh, Michelle, check. I turned my Wi-Fi off. I got 4 bars. It looks good.
These should be fine.
Okay. No, that's right. Shout out to who is it? 18. All right. Hopefully my service is a little better. It looks good. I know that's right, AT&T. I know that's all the way right.
Send that 5G time.
It's that 5G. Okay. Hmm?
Did you add us back?
Yeah, I had it.
Okay.
Hey,
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me okay?
Yes. Hey, Bose McGraw.
Hey, Saweetie.
Girl,
How
you
doing?
are late and slay today.
Listen, I knew I was coming on with you, so I was like, let me get myself together. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, that eyeshadow is popping.
Listen, shout out to my girl Ty.
Oh, shout
She
out
got
to
me
my
all the
girl.
way together.
And shout out to my girl Deanna, because she got me nice and beat.
Listen, should we shout out the people who helped put us together? Because
Right.
that's like
Because that
and
really matters.
it does matter, and it matters to them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah. So shout out to Ty, Tuggy Eye Beauty. She does my makeup. Shout out to Kisa, who keeps my nails popping. I saw your nails. Your nails are fire. Okay.
Custom T,
Fire.
baby. Custom
Listen,
T nails.
I saw I was like, sis got the nail game, and usually my nails got all kind of stones and designs, but today I decided to keep it, kind of regular with the thing. And shout out to Mary, who keeps the hair popping too. So yeah,
That's the rich girl color. That's a special type of red.
Listen, it's a custom red. She blends and just makes it.
That's what my nail girl does.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Listen, we out here. Okay.
Wait,
And also, shout out to the outfit. I see your outfit.
Oh,
you
thank
look
you, girl.
cute as hell. Okay,
Thank you.
with the whole blossoming looking. It's great. You look great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been looking forward to this interview since last night. Really excited. But today is a really special guest. She is the CMO of Netflix. Girl.
That's right.
Girl,
Right.
if I can give
That's
you
right.
some flowers right now, I'll give you some flowers, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you. And you know that when I got the job, I was so excited. It was last summer. So, during the pandemic, right? And it was it was kind of scary for me because I was already in a big job and I was offered this job and I was like, man, do I want to, change jobs into something that was going to be such a spotlight? Because as you know, there's not a lot of Black women in C-suite positions anywhere, but especially not in tech and not in entertainment.
Right.
And so I knew that the spotlight would be really heavy. And so I was like, well, for my first day, I was going to make a little movie, to just to let the people know that I was about to enter the building. And I chose your song because it was icy. I was like, yes, come on. The lyrics hit me. And I was like, yes, that's exactly how I feel. And every lyric in that song, I was like, that's how I feel. I feel it, you know, every single lyric. So I put that on the video, and I was like, yep, here I am at Netflix, CMO, the only Black woman in a C-suite job, the first Black woman C-suite executive at the company. So your song did that.
That just gave me chills. And I really, it's an honor that my song was able to represent such a influential, dope boss woman. So thank you for that. No.
Thank
you. And I heard you have something called the Badass Workshop.
I sure do, okay? Because we're out here. And the problem is that usually, because, you know, of course, to be a Black woman in this type of space, there's not a lot of people who've been in here before. Right. You know, and kind of like Kamala Harris said, I could be the first, but I don't want to be the last. Exactly. Right. And so I felt that I needed to create a workshop that could help to impart some of the knowledge that I've learned the hard way, you know, through the scrapes and the tears and the work and, you know, being shut out of certain jobs or being told that I wasn't enough, you know, all of the things. And so I wanted to put it together. And I was like, I'm just going to share everything that I have, because then hopefully somebody can use it and continue to push down, you know, these doors and crash these glass ceilings, because there should be more executives like us and showing up like this. I don't want to have to wear out a gray suit. I don't want to have to pull back my hair. I want to wear this eyeshadow, have my nails long as hell, wear this fluffy ass shirt, okay, and be completely Black in these spaces. And so I wanted to make sure that I was able to impart those tips. And I also talked about the money, okay? So I was like, listen, the negotiation skills, you know, how to negotiate for yourself, how to use your voice, the whole thing.
Wait, can we stop right there? I think you said a really important word that a lot of women, especially colored women, I feel like we kind of always take what's given to us and we're just grateful for that. But I think that negotiation is highly important. Can you please explain to the women who are tapped in right now why negotiating is so important and why you shouldn't settle for less?
Yes. Well, negotiation is so important because there are two things that matter, right? One, you have to know your worth. You have to know your worth. I think we say that casually, you know, kind of like, oh, yes, I know I'm bomb. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. No. We're not talking about that. What is your worth? Right. How much is it worth for you to spend the time that you spend in the place that you're in? What is the value that you're bringing to the space? Understanding that and knowing that is like half of the battle. Like, but for real though, it's like, what do you have that is better than what the next person has? All of us have it. All of us have something. So what is that thing? Knowing that thing is really important. And then being able to ask for the money. Like ask for the things that you want. And sometimes it's not even just about the dollar bill. You know, sometimes it's about the extra perk. You know, the extra thing that you need, the extra incentive, because we don't ask for it. We think that like, oh, well, you know what? I'm so grateful to be here because, you know, like I've never been in this space before. I've never seen these types of numbers before. Like, let me just be grateful. And no. This is not about gratitude. You got talent. You've got talent and you have value. And so you have to ask for the things. And you know what my secret is? I'm like, listen, if it scares you, that's when you ask for that.
Ooh.
Like, don't be comfortable. Don't be out here like, oh, I think I need, you know, like, this is what I believe. No, if you feel good about the number, then you're probably asking for too little.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. And one thing that I really love is that we have to normalize is asking. I feel like I said, I feel like we're taught to just be grateful for what we're given, but it's often not what our true value is. And you know what? Sometimes you got to add some tax to it. So over ask. Yeah. And you know, when it comes to negotiation, and one of my negotiation classes in college, you have to ask for more than what you're expecting so that the number can go down to what you want really.
Correct. Yes, because then you have to negotiate down. Right. You know, and the thing is that, like, if you just ask for what you think you're worth, or you just ask for like the thing that you think is going to work, then they're going to come down under that, right? And so then you're going to be stuck at a number that you don't even want. And then guess what? You have to take it because you kind of feel like, oh, well, I already negotiated it. And then you don't feel powerful. You don't feel like, oh, I can like actually live up to this number. So that's why I'm like, go high as hell. Go high as hell. Like, let that number scare you, and then you can come back from that. you know,
Right.
and then you'll be in a place where you're really happy. But it's also about asking for, you know, all of the things, you know, because I don't think sometimes we understand that it's not just the check. It's like, you know, access and having the ability to have some
Resources.
time, resources, all of that support. It's like, do you need a team? Well, what's the team that you need? You know, let them pay for it. Like, let's figure out how we get, you know, to have people do that for us. So to me, it's just about understanding your worth and being able to push for the number, because we're just not, you know, we don't get the numbers because we're not able to, you know, really see the ones who have come before us, you know, who do this. So for me, it's like you and I and others like us. It's like we've got to set the example for what it's like to be in these spaces.
And that's why it's so important for women like you to share your story, because even even me hearing you say that just lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. And we're not taught this. A lot of us aren't taught this as kids. So not only do we not know this, but we have to learn how to practice it, how to become comfortable with it. Because it is uncomfortable when we're not used to asking for these things because we're often settling. So you
That's
just
right.
dropped some gems.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? And you just said the most amazing thing, which is that we're not taught this. You know, we're not taught this. We're taught to be grateful to be in the room.
Exactly.
We're taught to be grateful just to have the opportunity. And you know what? That's all nice and that's great. But I'm like, no, I don't just want the opportunity. I want to be the best in the room. Like, I don't, against all the other competition, I want to be the best, and therefore I should be compensated like that. So to me, it's like, you know, I want us to have all of that. And
therefore I should be compensated for that. Please say that again, because that's really important.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I mean, that's just the truth of it. So yeah, I'm totally unapologetic in these spaces. I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna see the full me, because first of all, I deserve to be in the room, and then on top of that, I'm smart enough to be in the room because, like I said, I got the receipts, I've got the resume, I've been in this space a long time, and then on top of that, I'm like, come on, there's no one fresher than me. What are you talking about?
I know that's right.
Do you see me out here? Like, do you see me? Like, you can't. So I'm just like, come on, of course you want me on your roster. Come on, get out of here.
You know what? And I'd like to just piggyback off of that. Me and my homegirl, Sabrina, was talking about something the other day about, you know, sometimes being nervous or not being comfortable in certain spaces. But you have to realize that you were invited to that space because you have value, because you have something to offer, because you're an asset. And I think, you know, the world has just trained everybody to I mean, I don't want to generalize, but it's so easy to think so negatively, but it's time to start thinking highly, to start working on self-esteem, confidence. And these are things that you work on. I've worked for this. I haven't always been the most confident person. I haven't always, my self-esteem has not always been up here. It's something that you have to practice and work on.
Yes,
so,
that's right. That's right. And that's why I think it's so important. You know, I think sometimes people think that this is arrogance, like for no reason, right? It's just like, oh, I'm just out here, I'm just talking about myself. But the problem is that, like, we have enough messages and images out in the world that tell us that we're not enough, that we're not good enough, that we shouldn't ask for the things that we deserve, and therefore we don't get a chance to actually fulfill that. So part of this is like affirmation, you know, like self-affirmation, being able to look at yourself in the mirror and talk yourself up, you know, and I absolutely encourage that. My daughter is 11 years old. You know, she is a beautiful young Black girl who is, you know, living and trying to find out who she is. And I just want to encourage her to be able to also understand her own self-love and her own self-worth. You know, that it's not based on me or based on anything I do, but that she is wholly able because of who she is. You know, and if I'm able to depart that to her and impart that on her, then girl, I feel like I did it. That's enough for me.
Well, not only have you done that for her, you've done that for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't want to take too much of your time, but what I will say is this was 10 minutes full of gems, and I really appreciate you. I'm going to slide into your DM, girl, because
yes. And I am proud of you. I am proud of this opportunity that you're taking. You know, it's like you're just showing all of the talent that you have in different ways, and that's what we all should do. But you are modeling that. So I'm so proud of you for even stepping out and doing this. I'm enjoying myself. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the rest of the show. You know what I mean? So this is great. This is good content. Go ahead. I love it.
Thank you for
Congratulations.
tuning in. And congratulations on all your success. You are a true pioneer for Black women. So thank you so much.
You. Thank you. All right, have a good one. Enjoy yourself. Bye, girl. Bye.
Oh, that was so good. We need more women like her. I really love that. Shout out to all my boss girls out there making boss moves. We have another special guest. Someone super, super. This one's for the books. He's a historical figure, and y'all might have seen him on the viral page because he got some skills. He got a little bit skills. Just a little bit. For all my old heads who's tuned in, I know y'all gonna be excited. And for the basketball heads as well. What's up, the professor?
Hey, how's it going?
So where did the professor came from? Because that's an interesting name. I like that one.
It came from when I first started playing pro. We had an announcer in street ball. We had an announcer that was on the court with us. His name was Duke Tango. And he was like known for giving out legendary street ball names, but he called me the professor because he said I was schooling people on the court.
Is that right? Where are you from?
I'm from Oregon originally.
Oregon.
I moved to LA 2006.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're known for your N1 mixtape tours. Do you miss those days?
People always ask me that. It was great times, but I don't necessarily miss it. You know what I mean? I try to like live in the moment. I can't wait for like today. You know what I mean? But
you know what? Ooh,
I've
been getting gems all day. Can you please repeat that one more time? Because a lot of people live in the past, and that's a really important message.
For sure. Yeah, no, I try to live for today. You know what I mean? People always be like, do you miss those days? But I would never want to be in a state of mind where I'm like hanging on to the past as my glory days. So I try to get excited about today and what we got moving forward. You know what I mean? Like I like my career now better than 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
You just got me excited. I want to go out there and do something.
Let's go. Well, you got to live in that moment now. You know, you got a lot of time.
So you know what? Thank you for. I feel like you politely corrected me, and I loved it. So, what can we look forward to right now and for the future for Mr. Professor?
Oh, for me personally, I mean, I'm really just on a content grind day in and day out. You know what I mean?
Too.
You know, in And1 days, we had an ESPN show, and that was cool. But my career was basically rebirthed. I started my YouTube channel 2009, and about 2013, I started to have viral content. So it was completely